And we're back for another match at the Solon Circus Locals. Today we're going to see Dinos versus P.U.N.K Adventurers, or the Synchro Dot deck, whatever you want to call it. We've seen both players here before. We see that P.U.N.K Adventurer is going to start off with the Temple, getting the right, activating the right here, getting out the token, as well as placing the Fateful Adventure from their deck onto the field. So, not having it in hand is pretty great. We do see an E-Telly from Dinosaurs, as well as an OV. And maybe I think that's a Dark Ruler in the World. I'm not quite sure. So here we're going to activate the effect of Fateful, adding the monster and discarding one card, which is another right as well. Plus summoning the Griffin here, activating the effect of Fateful to search out for the equip spell. And now we see a Pot of Prosperity activated here. I believe this is going to just send 3. More than 3. Just checking what the hand is, I guess. Having a negate already on field, those 3 other cards must be bad. So we're going for 6. Okay, digging and getting rid of that extra deck here. There must be some a lot of flex spots, I guess, or maybe some only side only cards. I don't know. But here we see 2 Veilers, a Forbidden Droplets, as well as a Foxy, Griffin, and E-Telly. So we're playing more than one Griffin here. We see E-Telly going to be added. And then E-Telly going to activate, adding these Yamens. The Yamen's going to pay 6, adding the Foxy here, just shortening it up. Foxy effect's going to activate here, discarding itself for cost, and then the Draco back. Draco back's going to equip. Fox going to summon out Deer Note. Going to Synchro off into the Pega Ruler here. Pega Ruler 1, Deer Note 2, summon back out these Yamen. Here we see another 2 Foxies, a Temple, a E-Telly, and the Forbidden Droplets based on the graveyard here. So we see those 2 being linked away for a Hulk. Able to activate the effect, I believe this will get out Red Rose, which it does. Here we Synchro those 2 off for a Baron, and then we're going to activate Rox Rose effect, summon out the Red Rose, summoning out the Rox Rose. No Rox Rose effect, or adding the Basil Rose Shoot. Activating Shooting Riser here, dumping the Snow, making it a level 3. Activating Basil, synchroing those, or linking those 2 off into the Dagda. And then passing here, so this is I believe it's Scythe Lock. In a main phase, going to chain is it Chain Dagda here? Or maybe he's fearing a Forbidden Droplet, so he's not activating Dagda. We see a Lost World activate. He's going to chain the Hulk. Not want that normal summon to activate. Oh, we're not going to... Oh, here we are. We're Scythe Locking here. Popping the... On TC, he's going to pop the Lost World, caring more about the token and Dino generation than the locking from extra deck. E-Telly will activate here. Summoning out these Yamen. And then what do we see? We see an Oviraptor in hand, a Pill I meant to say. We're going to activate 600 for the Yamen here, getting out adding Deer Note to hand because we already have the Foxy. We know Ovi's in hand as well, so we know Deer Note, Ovi, Foxy, as well as these Ovi, or the Pill. Gonna activate Deer Note's effect here to special summon itself. With sending Foxy to the graveyard. Snow here is going to activate, banishing 6. or banishing 7, my bad. Summoning itself out and flipping down the Deer Note. Going to normal summon the Ovi, getting the effect here. Or Bear negate that. And then Pill's going to be able to activate. You're banishing Ovi as well as the Foxy to get out the UTC here. Making sure that TC Wonder Magician's effect is reading clearly, which it can sync or waff with. I'm not 100% sure what it's going to be able to make, but what are the even options here? I mean, it's a 6, I believe, so if UTC gets spin back, you could make that, I guess. UTC is going to go into battle phase, attacking into the Baron, dealing 500, then attacking into the Dagda, dealing heavy damage to the Punk, leaving the attacking into Snow as well, and attacking with the Xiamen. Here we move on to main phase 2. There's 1 card left in the Dinosaur's hand. They're going up for a Hulky Fibrax play. Summon out the Scrap Goblin. Just reading what that card is. Haven't seen that card in a long time. I think it's just a scrap. He's going to activate Nibiru. Oh my, okay. It does not tribute face down monsters, so that face down Dino is going to stay. But still, being able to stop that in passing. During the end phase, Scythe is supposed to be special summoned, I believe. But I guess we forgot about that effect. Right here, you're going to activate. And Fateful's going to activate, getting the Drago back. Because a token was summoned. We're going to activate the Fateful's effect, getting the Griffin, discarding the Draco back, equipping it. Again, then we're going to bounce the Deer Note here. Thus summoning out the Griffin. Is that the second Drago back we saw? Activating Foxy here, discarding that a Prod of Prosperity out for a Xiamen. Then we're going to enter battle phase and attack here. And then here we're just going to scoop. So we see a swift game for Punk Adventure. I swear that was 2 Draco backs. But I could be wrong, but you see that here Dinos are going to side. We do see 3 Mystic Mines. I guess here they're trying to choose, are they going to go first or second? We do see that their side deck is more veered toward going second. With those Dark Ruler No Mores, the Veilers, as well as the Mystic Mines. Are we going to take out the Imperms here for an effect Veilers? Or it just looks like we're siding in here. So it makes our opponent think that we're siding and we're not. We do see Call by the Grave in, so maybe he's planning... He's psyching out his opponent, making him think that they're siding in. We do see some cards getting taken out here. We see Dark Berlin Wars as well as the Veilers going in. I think he took out the P.U.N.K engine, which is interesting. Maybe not wanting to go for the Mystic Mine because of the fact that Draco backs a card that I believe we saw two of. And so I believe Dino's going to make P.U.N.K go first. And they just set 2 pass. Not a great opening board. We see a normal summon OV from that. A Forbidden Droplet sending the Temple. So he could have made a play of some sort at least. But chose not to. So Ovi's going to be negated, and it's going to pay a pass turn from there. So we see Temple going to activate, ashing the Temple, summoning out the Griffin. Griffin's going to attack into the OV, and then pass turn. Summoning out the Pankratops, because, there's only one watch on the board. Going to activate the effect, popping the Basil Rose Shoot. That's not a great card to draw. Activating the effect of banishing both dinos to summon out the UTC from hand. Pitching Baby, or activating the Pill here. Summon out another UTC. Double UTC on board, which is pretty big. I believe that's 1 card in both players' hands. And that's just a swift game from Dinos. Okay. So yeah, P.U.N.K didn't open very well there. We saw Basil Rose Shoot in hand, as well as a Fateful Droplets and some other stuff. And a Temple. Maybe afraid that if they activated Temple right away, they'd just get ashed and have to pass there. So they decided to hold on to it. But double UTC is very strong, though. You don't have any cards in hand and you're down to a simplified game state. UTC is really big. I wonder if they're going to think that they're going to go second here for Dinos. Like, what do they side out? We do see Foolish Return, I believe, is the card in there's just a spice. And we do also see that Call by the Grave was still in there for that. So set rotation is being taken out here. Here's going to shuffle up. So set rotation is being taken out for some card. I mean, with Mystic Mine not being in the deck anyways, you shouldn't be playing the set rotation. So maybe that got left in. And here we're seeing that just an offering to the Doom, I believe, was put on the table. Cutting the deck. And then let's see who's going to go first. We're going to see P.U.N.K go first again. So here we're going to activate Temple, getting out the right. We see a Veiler in the opponent's Dinosaur's hand, as well as, I believe, an Ash. Right's going to activate, getting out the token, as well as placing Fateful Adventure onto the field. Next up, we see an activated Deer Note, pitching the Foxy to special summon itself, which will activate the Temple, getting out the Draco back, or adding Draco back to hand here. Is that another Basil Rose Shoot in hand? And we're going to activate Foxy here, pitching itself and the Draco back to get out the Diamond, Then Draco Back's going to equip. Xiaoman's effect is going to activate, paying the 600 to add the Foxy. And then we're going to activate the effect of Fateful, adding the Griffin, discarding the Foxy. Griffin effect is going to activate special summoning itself. We're going to synchro those Xiaoman and Dino away into the Pepega Ruler. Then Dino's going to activate, is that a Feathered Duster that we saw there? Okay. We did see a Temple being milled. We're going into Hulk. It's going to get Ash Blossomed. Are we going to negate that is the question. And that looks like, I think it's fine. It's going through. And so it's going to pass. Having a Hulk that can go into Shooting Riser as well as a negate, it's not horrible, but we see a Veiler in the opponent's hand, a Nib as well, I believe. But I think he drew for turn. Is that also an Imperm as well, or? That is an Imperm, okay. So we see Imperm, Veiler, and Ash. We do see an Ovi, so it's not over yet. We see Lost World, so we know he has Lost World, Ovi, Imperm, Veiler, and Nib. So if this Ovi does not resolve, there's going to be problems, I believe. He could start off by imperming the Griffin, but he's not. He's going to summon the Ovi, activating the effect. Is going to get Chainlink 1 Ovi, Chainlink 2 Lost World. It's going to get Veilered anyways, summoning out the token onto the opponent's side of the field. Then Hulk's going to activate here, banishing itself for cost, summoning out the TG effect is going to activate, popping the Lost World. Being able to stop that prevention of that token sending, or token protection. Then we're going to synchro summon into the Baron in set 1. TC Wonder Magician able to sync is pretty big. We know that they set Imperm. They activate right or Temple during the main phase, getting out the right getting out the token, getting the Draco back. So they are playing more than one Draco back. It's definitely interesting. You'd see that Fateful Effect's going to activate, again, sending the Griffin to get out sending out Draco back to get Griffin. Then entering battle phase, I believe, and attacking for that should be 7,000. Draco back bouncing the set card is pretty huge. Is that a normal summon of an Ash Blossom here? Going to synchro those two away for a Shooting Riser now. Oh, no, for linking off into an IP. Then activating the effect of IP. Getting out Unicorn here. Getting those two out for... oh, he didn't enter battle phase. He activated the Baron effect to pop. Okay, that was crazy. So that's been like a... So that was a 2-1 for P.U.N.K's Venture, Having that Basil Road shoot hand after all. Well, yeah, thank you for watching, and I guess I'll see you guys in the next one.